welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back today with a pick a card reading for you. Welcome to my beautiful returning subscribers. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you so much to everyone who has recently subscribed. I have recently reached out to my newest winner for the free tarot reading, so be sure to check your notification bell in case you have been notified and haven't seen the notification yet. And if you are new to the channel, please join us, subscribe to the channel, hit your notification bell, and drop me a comment under any of my videos this month for a chance to win a free tarot reading from me. It's just a way for me to give back and thank you, or to say thank you to the subscribers on my list for your friendship, for your support of me here on YouTube and on Instagram. So I would love to read for you. So be sure to drop your comment below if you're interested. But for today's pick a card topic, please join us. I do pick a card readings on this channel, so please pull up, get cozy. We're going to have a little chat today because we're all friends when we gather at this table. Today's topic is all about what does the universe, what does spirit want you to know about your love life? So maybe you're feeling stuck and stagnant and your spirit guides have a message for you about your love cycles, about what to expect in the future, and they have a message for you today. So 3 piles to choose from. We have pile number 1 with the yellow flower and the World card. Pile number 2 with the Knight of Wands and the pink flower, and pile number 3 with the Death card and the purple flower. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, there may be a message waiting today from spirit. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1. Again, today's topic is all about what does the universe, what do your spirit guides want to tell you about your love life and about what to expect moving forward. So pile number 1. Hello, pile number 1. You are drawn to the yellow flower or to the World card, and this is your reading. What does the universe, what does spirit want you to know about your love life right now? Now, the world here is talking about success. And all of these vines crawling up the world are really indicating that there's more to be revealed to you. There's more information coming, and to seek out information that will help you. For someone watching, this information that you're seeking could have something to do with the internet. So you could be talking to someone online at this very, very moment, for instance, and maybe you're feeling a little bit vulnerable about that connection, wondering where it's going to go. But this is really highlighting success for you in your love cycle, and perhaps the information that they're going to provide for you today will help you to see the full spectrum about where you're headed and how to achieve the success that you're looking for in love overall. Because there's a vulnerable aspect to this energy field, I feel, for you, pile 1. Perhaps that's why you were drawn to the yellow card, because there's just a little bit of fear associated with the success here and about where things are going, where things are headed in your connections, in your life in general. So if you are speaking to someone already online, spirit might want to discuss where this is heading with you. If you're not, they may be suggesting that maybe you've been teetering on the edge of going online in some way, because I'm feeling a very heavy online presence. So what does the universe or spirit want you to know about your love life, pile 1? The Wheel of Fortune. First of all, this is a beautiful place to start because it's talking about turn of events that are coming in your favor, but the Wheel of Fortune also kind of needs a little push sometimes. And sometimes we need to even really put a lot of trust in our intuition and into our higher self to be able to have the courage to push our chariot in the direction that we need it to go in. Because sometimes our guides will present us with options and different pathways, and it's the one that scares us the most, that pushes us out of our comfort zone, that really rewards us the most at times. Wow. There's some big messages coming in for you, pile 1. We have the World, the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, the Hierophant. It's like they have a big, big secret about what's to come. There's the Queen of Cups. They have a big secret about what's to come for you, pile 1. There's the Moon. Back of the deck is the 5 of Cups, and we have the 4 of Wands. Okay, so you may be feeling vulnerable because this is where you're coming from right this moment. Maybe you had your heart broken. Maybe you were really disappointed by somebody's actions in the past and by a connection not coming full circle. And so this is where your energy field is in this present moment, feeling really vulnerable, but they want to let you know that the worst is behind you. And if you just look around and turn around, you're going to see 2 other cups that are sitting there waiting for you. You can see that this person dressed in black, which means he's mourning, has already crossed over this bridge. So he's already overcome the worst of it. And they want you to know that better days are on the way. So they want to liven up your spirit a little bit and prepare you for this next chapter because they're excited about it. And they want you to know that they want you to be excited about it too, and not Because if we're sitting in this position, we're focused on lack, then we're going to be really scared and vulnerable when we're asked to go through these two pillars in the future. But Spirit says it's so critical to do something afraid in the future because it could have huge ramifications on your forever, on your future commitment cycles as well. Let's get... We have the Page of Cups because you have brand new emotional starts that are coming in for you. And your spirit team, the universe, wants you to know about that because your lack of mindset is not going to help to propel you forward. You can see here with the Page of Cups that there's holes in the spoon. And so every time that Spirit's trying to give us some information, give us some prompts to help push our chariot, perhaps we have a little bit of insecurity still trickling in from the disappointment we've just experienced. That's filtering out our message a little bit or watering it down, so to speak, because Spirit's like, we're trying to spoon feed you information, but your mindset, where you are energetically, may not be allowing that message to come full circle. But they're like, we're trying to bring you to victory, which means that we're trying, in order to get you to victory, we're going to have to encourage you to change your focus and encourage you to step outside of your comfort zone. There's the Chariot. Very strong emphasis here on Scorpio, on Cancer, on Taurus, the Temperance reversed, the Queen of Cups, your guides also want you to understand that this cycle that you just went through that was really disappointing was a necessary lesson, a necessary evil, they're calling it, a necessary evil to get us to a distant shore, to get us to this doorway of abundance. And you have, not only is this just a gateway, but your higher self is coming to even alleviate even more of your fears by saying the unknown holds this. Reasons to celebrate, doorways into abundance. This next chapter for you in love, pile one, could hold commitments overall down the line once we invest. Because in this present moment, we're feeling stuck in a rut. With the Temperance reverse, we feel like we're not in motion. We feel like our balance is all over the place. Maybe you don't even feel ready for that next chapter in love to open up right now. But Spirit says sometimes they bring information that we need, not information that we want. Because if we keep focusing upon this energy field, we're not going to feel like we want anything more. We are going to want to stay focused on that loss. But Spirit says that's not for you. We have the Seven of Swords and we have the not the Three of Wands, we have the Empress. Because they say that it's time to wipe your face and straighten your crown. It's time to be honest with ourselves and other people about past attachments that we're still holding hope for, because your future is not there. And that's the big message coming for you, pile one, is that your future is forward facing. That the person that hurt you in the past, the persons or persons that hurt you in the past, they were never meant to be the focus of the movie. You are. And so here you are, being asked to be honest with yourself, being asked to close the chapter and stop looking backwards because your future is forward. And they want you to know that they have so much movement waiting for you in the unknown. This Chariot is about to propel you through all of these themes into victory. So it's just very exciting. Do not be fearful to step outside of your comfort zone when you feel prompted to perhaps do just that. And for someone watching, again, you may feel prompted to go online a little bit and seek someone out there. You may have perhaps never really wanted to go down that pathway, or maybe you have gone down that pathway and you're like, I don't want to do that again. But Spirit's just prompting you to go inward so you can reflect upon that next step, even if that next step challenges you to push yourself out of your comfort zone a little bit, because it's so critical that you do. And they're also speaking, and this is not a message for everyone, that there is something really profound waiting for you in the unknown here too. Like, I'm feeling commitments, I'm feeling motherhood, I'm feeling all sorts of abundance. So if that is a goal for you, then obviously that message is for you. Because there's a very strong emphasis here on this Queen of Cups multiple times. And that could be something that you've mourned in past situations that has never evolved to a place of commitment where you can feel emotionally secure, where you can build from that. And Spirit says that's what you're going to find. We have here innocence. Free yourself of guilt and shame. Free yourself of any negative vibrations that are no longer needed or necessary. And they also are wanting to let you know that you're very much protected going through this gateway. The porcupine will meander through the forest very unbothered because it knows what it has on its back as armor. And that's what your guides are offering you right now. They're offering you armor. It says, let go of your judgments, forgiveness Forgiveness for the past, forgiveness for yourself, knowing that this is going to propel you into a healing cycle, and look beyond the immediate appearances of things right now to see the discernible truth. Because in the immediate appearances, this is what you're going to feel. This is what's going to be right in your face. But we need to take a step back from that emotion so that we can see everything clearly and know that this was just a stepping stone towards your greatness, towards more in your relationship. So look beyond what you're feeling in this moment. Your higher self is assuring you there are better days on the way. What does the universe want you to know about your love life at this time, please? They also want you to know this next cycle holds a lot of loyalty for you and someone really intelligent as well. Here's the owl spirit. You see clearly now the owl spirit, number 43. And once we push through the obstacles that the number 7 of wands can represent, we're gaining clarity. We're gaining mastery over those obstacles. So it says, bring your ideas into life, the electric eel spirit, number 24. And they're trying to light a fire underneath you. They're trying to rev you up a little bit, because I just saw when somebody needs to be, I saw those paddles that they use in the emergency room where they're like clear and then they jolt you back to life. That's what your guides are trying to do. They're trying to jolt you back to life, to kind of give you a new perspective of what's to come. Because here's the giraffe. See the big picture, because you have another gateway appearing in view. There's an emphasis on Libra energy for someone coming as well. You could be the Libra, or the person coming forward for you could be a Libra energy. But it's your higher self saying, I see beyond this. I see over the trees. I can see the clearing. And it holds so much abundance for you. So do not give up at this time. Beautiful, beautiful energy for you, pile 1. A doorway, please, for pile number 1. What does the universe want you to know about your love life at this moment? Secret sketchers. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories and sketches for others to find. And back of the deck says destiny. One door closes, another opens for you. Let the plans of destiny unravel true. So if you're stuck in this cycle right now and you feel like you don't know how you're going to be able to get yourself out of this rut, Spirit says you don't need to know what that next chapter holds. You just need to take the next step. That's all you need to do, is take the next step. I keep hearing that song, put one foot in front of the other. That's what they want you to do. And soon you'll be walking out the door, Spirit says. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 1. Message about your love life. Message about your future in love. We have the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands reverse. You compare yourself too much to other people at times. There's a jealousy inside of you that sometimes eats away at you. It creates a lot of insecurity in you that's not necessary, because you're not in competition with anyone. And anyone who's ever made you feel like you are is not worthy of you in this moment. So the frustration and this feeling of stuckness is going to come to an end very, very soon. And you're going to be asked to return to the world, despite the fact that the healing cycle won't have been complete. And that's what they're warning, that this new opportunity is upon you, and you won't have time to completely clear out that emotional clutter before you're asked to take this new leap of faith. But they are adamant that it is time to return to the world. It's time to return. We have the letter B. Just heard nobody puts baby in the corner. We have the Cancer energy. We have two mermaids in the bowl, the purple and the pink for the divine feminine. And purple is a very strong color of ascension for me, of royalty. It's like straighten your crown. Remember who you are. The shamanic feather of healing. You could be a Cancer energy. We have the 2 of Cups because you have a relationship coming. So go with the flow with the whale tail for the divine feminine and look at things from a higher perspective if you're in an emotional state. We also have the 4 of Pentacles. So if you're feeling insecure about that next chapter, they just want you to know that you're building upon a new foundation in this next chapter. So take action like the Knight of Wands, but take it day by day. You don't have to rush into anything because they understand that you're scared. Here's I choose strength reversed. And it says here, honor thy father and thy mother. There's an emphasis on motherhood, so please take that as it resonates to your situation. And give the girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. Marilyn Monroe. Don't forget how powerful you are as the divine feminine. Pile 1, that's what I had for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it did, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you do so that I can enter you in, but also notify you if you're chosen the winner. You can check out my links for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, or for Instagram, and those links are below as well. But please come and visit me at the Tarot Cottage. I would love to have you back, and I hope that you have a great day. Hello, pile number 2. You were drawn to the pink flower or to the Knight of Wands, and this is your reading. What does the universe, what does your spirit guides want you to know about your love life? Now, the Knight of Wands here, it's a little red panda, and I think of that movie, of course, Red, but also I think about the panda as being a very specialized creature. And I know the red panda is different from the regular panda bear, but a very specialized creature as far as their diet. So it's like maybe you have a specific type, maybe you have a very specific sort of cycle that you follow. Maybe you've kind of had a bit of a repeat or a loop in your love life where you've kind of experienced the same sort of romance cycle over and over and over again. And this Knight of Wands is encouraging us to perhaps step outside of our comfort zone in the next realm, helping us to say yes to certain changes that maybe we would hold back from if it kind of scares us or pushes us out of our comfort zone. Because it's declaring something. He's holding on to this little mouthpiece and it's declaring something, that something is coming. But I always think of taking action with the Knight of Wands. So let's take a look and see, what does the universe want you to know about your love life and what to expect, moving forward. I'm already looking at the 9 of Swords on the floor, but we're going to throw that back. What does pile 2 need to know about their love life, please? We have the 4 of Coins. We have the 9 of Coins. I'm just going to turn on the light here a little bit more. We have the Devil. They say that you're in a really strong routine. And they say that you're in this routine and yet you feel insecure about your position in love. But it's like we have to break routine. It's like nothing changes if nothing changes. And if we're doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results, it's like the definition of madness. So they say that we're in this very straight routine. And they say that for someone watching, you could have been independent for a really long time. And we can become used to that. You know, we can become used to a certain way of doing things, a certain way of living, a certain way, which doesn't have to necessarily worry about the other people involved. It's like we don't have to necessarily concern ourselves with other people because we've been alone for a while. We have the 9 of Cups and the Justice. And that's what Spirit wants you to understand, it. They see the desires of your heart. They see it, and they want you to know that in order to achieve the desires of your heart, you're going to have to push yourself out of your comfort zone in order to achieve what you really want. And they feel what you want. Like they feel this connection that you want to have in this partnership. They know what the desires of your heart are, but they're also saying to me, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. It's like there's a hesitation at the same time because we're going between the heart and the head with the 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. And right in the center is this Devil energy. Now, you could be a Capricorn. We also have Libra here as well. But the Devil is more so talking about insecurities, attachments, fear, being stuck to a position of insecurity when it comes to love in general, and feeling like wondering when are we going to be able to build off of what we've experienced. It's like you've built for yourself and you're independent, and there's a lot of value with the 9 of Pentacles. It's like other people envy your position even at times, but there's something missing emotionally from your experience, and they want to let you know that they're bringing it in for you, but they need you to take your masks off and push yourself a little bit out of this comfort zone that you're having, because they say that you're really good at fantasizing about what you want, but you're not 100% great at applying the force you have to apply in order to achieve that goal. And that's what they're trying to do today, is they're like, you're in a new foundation, and look at all of these hyenas. They're like scavenger energies, that we're not going to let anything go to waste, including this period of independence that you've had, because it's setting a beautiful framework of self-love, self-care, you know, putting effort into yourself in many different ways, into your finances, into your body, into your experience. But now Spirit's like, let's adjust the deficits that you're feeling emotionally. And the first step is inward, is in our heart space. So let's get a deck here. Get the Ace of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, and the 4 of Cups. I feel like there's been many examples in your life that you could give me where you feel ignored by the universe completely. It's like I've had to claim my independence. It's not something I've wanted to do. It's because it's been eluding me. Love's been eluding me in some way. Now, there is an emphasis here coming in about online energy, so please take that as it resonates. But it's also about victory and the leaps of faith we have to take in order to achieve victory. So your guides really want to talk to you today about your love cycle because they see what you want and they need some adjustments in the application of strength that you're applying. Because the Justice talks about the cause and effect of our actions. It's like the natural consequences that we face, good and bad, when we walk through pathways, when we take certain action. And now it's time to take on the inspired message that's going to come in from your guides that will spark change. Because they're talking about a spark or an attraction that you may find out in the world that maybe you will sit upon, maybe you won't act upon it because you're kind of so used to a certain way of being or your certain routines. And you're going to have to really step outside of your comfort zone in order to start this brand new cycle. The Ace of Swords, the Ace of Wands, they say that the first step for you is seeking out information that will help you about this spark, because you're a very logical person, or it's like you overthink to the point where you think about all the positives and you think about all the negatives. For someone watching, part of this attraction could start in the work realm, but not for all. That's for a very specific person. Here's the Four of Pentacles. And there's the Nine of Cups again. But you'll notice here, this Nine of Cups, he's seated down. He's being passive towards his goals. In this Nine of Cups, she's standing. She's above the water. She's brought her emotions up. She's ready to strike with that trident. It's like she doesn't want to be left behind. And that's what Spirit is feeling. It's like you don't want to be left behind, but you feel sometimes like the universe is leaving you behind when it comes to love. But Spirit says they're not going to let this past go to waste. They're going to use that as a foundation to build upon. But they want you to start preparing for that, because here's the Sun. And in this Sun card, this is from Moana. And I remember him, he was an emphasis on shiny things. He would stick shiny things all over his shell. But truthfully, there was a loneliness in there. And maybe you filled your life up with a lot of practical things. Maybe you have a lot. You're beautiful, you're accomplished, you've got a good job, you've got your own home maybe, but there's just something missing. There's still a loneliness in you. And Spirit says that this relationship coming in is going to help to alleviate that loneliness. But they need a more active effort from you. And they say that in this next chapter, you're going to be pushing yourself out of your comfort zone in order to achieve it. They are emphasizing an internet connection here for someone watching. It could be for, again, stepping yourself out of your comfort zone, applying a new force in an arena that you're not really comfortable. Because that's how we communicate that we're to the universe that we're ready for change, is we're like, okay, I know what has been. I've already learned from that lesson. I'm going to take those lessons and I'm going to apply it with force to a new realm. But here's the Three of Cups, friendship, and the Magician. I love it. First of all, the Three of Cups is about you going out and having fun and pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. They're telling me that you're going to have someone that comes in as a spark, as an attraction, that is really good looking. Someone who's maybe a different culture than you or different than you, like the opposite of you. So if you're really reserved, this person will be really exciting. If you're kind of a homebody, this person likes to travel. They're just an opposite, but opposites attract in a big way here. I feel like you're going to be going out and having fun more. It could start kind of loosey-goosey, like you could just start as friends or start as just like friends with benefits, but it could evolve into so much more, because Spirit says your future is what you make it. And the Magician is talking about a communication cycle that's opening up for you that could be critical in a new foundation phase for you. So they want you to enjoy it. They want you to say yes to this new foundation, and they want you to kind of push yourself out of your regular comfort zone. So if you typically go for one type of person, this person's not that person. But it's exactly what you need to get yourself out of a rut, to get yourself back in motion again, and to be excited about the future prospects in love. Because I feel like you have a lot going for you as far as practically speaking. But now we're working on the emotional deficits. And that means that we're going to tap into and chip away at some of this insecurity and some of the ways that you have protected yourself against love and protected yourself against getting hurt because you've been hurt in the past. But it's exciting. What does the universe want you to tell you about your love life moving forward? You have here Sophia. Back of the deck is the Decision card, and this is from the Magdalene Oracle. The Decision card talks about an important decision to make at present and how the decision that you make will affect many around you for years to come. So be sure you know what you really want before you act. Take a few deep breaths, take time to clear your mind, and then you will know. We're all part of the one creation, and energetically we're interconnected, and therefore what affects one also affects the whole. And so they're talking about this decision that you make now in moving out of your comfort zone and saying yes to change is making a huge impact on your future foundations and others. Not just you, but this person coming forward as well. There could be longevity in your connection. We also have Sophia. This talks about someone dear to you that needs your love and support at this moment, and even your forgiveness. And this could be you, to be honest. This could be you needing that support for yourself. It says, put aside any arguments or disagreements that you have within your heart space and let it all go. Deep down, it says life is too short to waste. Honor, respect each other's differences, and individuality is sacred. Through love and forgiveness, a world of infinite possibilities and contentment awaits you. And so first of all, the forgiveness cycle is for yourself, perhaps, but they're also talking about a person that's very different from you that's going to come in, that's going to spark your interest. And so you're going to have a very critical decision to make about whether or not you're ready to walk through that doorway and take that leap of faith. And your guides really are encouraging you to take that leap of faith because it's going to get you out of this devil energy, out of the Four of Pentacles, and move you towards the desires of your heart. And that's what you deserve. Wish fulfillment, dreams being granted to you. You deserve that. But like every movement in the practical realm, we have to push our chariot towards the desires of our own hearts. We have to be the momentum in motion. We have, like the law of momentum says, we have to be the force that acts upon the object, which is also you, to get yourself into motion here. And so the decisions that you make are critical, but they are encouraging you to step outside of your comfort zone to accomplish them. And they keep bringing me back to this world energy. So online connection, being vulnerable online perhaps. Libra energy, really significant. We have new love is on the way. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. It could be connected to the work realm for someone watching. They're also saying that if you have been in this independent phase for a while because of old pain cycles that you've experienced, it's about forgiveness for that person to allow you to usher yourself into clarity and into change. And we have here relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. And that's what they're really talking about, is this old pattern that you're on that needs to come to a close. So they are trying to execute or prompt a change through this inspired course, through this attachment energy. Back of the deck says, love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. So you've been perhaps trying to attack or achieve this sense of security and self-worth on your own. And now Spirit says you're going to have a helper. You're going to have a helping hand that comes in, but you can't be passive upon it. You have to be an active participant in the growth. And they're excited for you as well. What does the universe want you to know about your love life? We have here, learn from the past, elephant spirit. They don't want you to undervalue or undermine the strength and endurance that you've shown. They really want you to give yourself a pat on the back, especially for the divine feminine energy, because there's so much endurance with the elephant. But these past energies are not meant to hold us back, but to propel us into a bright new future. So embrace this in between. Embrace the effort that you have to put in this moment, and embracing the in-between in this case is about attacking this insecurity and really going down into that rabbit hole of, where is this trigger coming from? Why am I so insecure to push myself out of my comfort zone? Because Spirit wants you to be acknowledging all of your fears so that you can bring them to the surface and allow yourself to transform. Here's 11:11. Transformation is beautiful, and they're moving you through the passage of that. Just like Maya Angelou says, we revel in how beautiful a butterfly is, but we fail to acknowledge what it had to go through to achieve this perspective and this position. So they're not going to let anything that you went through go to waste, because they're using it as a propeller to bring you into a new timeline in relationships. A timeline that you deserve. So embrace the internal work that needs to be done right this moment. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. We have a distant kiss and a prayer flag. I wish of all wishes that you were here. Through sunlight and rain, I need you near. And the back of the deck says the Odyssey. Take in the beauty of country lands and botany and explore the wonder like a gypsy traveler's odyssey. Now, this distant kiss and a prayer flag is talking about wishing for something from the past to return to us in the future. And Spirit says this is not a return from the past. This is a brand new love. This is a brand new opportunity. And so they say that you're going to be able to find your path in the unknown, that you're going to be able to find the clarity over those old attachments, even in the unknown. And so that's why they're just really encouraging you a big little kick or a boost into the unknown too. They'll never tell us what to do during the tarot reading because it's meant to give us a reflection tool to work from, but they are really nudging you on this next chapter in your love life because they feel like the rewards are very great. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 2. What to expect in love. A message from the universe, from your guides. The Empress. The Empress is reversed along with the Ace and the Three of Cups. I feel like you're not feeling secure. You're not feeling abundant. You don't feel like you're embodying this Empress energy in this moment. And that's causing you a lot of stress because you've been disappointed when you've pushed yourself out of your comfort zone in the past. And so that's perhaps why you have gotten yourself into a little bit of a rut or a rumination cycle when it comes to love, because it's like, I don't want to repeat past mistakes. I don't want to go through that anymore. But Spirit is still encouraging, again, Three of Cups, celebration, exploration. They don't want you to throw yourself into commitments right away. They understand that that's not where you're at. They just want you to say yes to the change, to step outside of your comfort zone, to apply a new force to this new foundation. That's all. And they say that maybe in the past you have emotionally invested a little bit too soon, or you've really thrown yourself into the connections, and this time they just want you to have fun with it. They want you to embrace this new chapter, because embracing this period of fun and celebration and going out with this person is going to help build the confidence that you haven't felt, the emotional confidence that you haven't felt, because we're like breaking down walls. We have F and U. We have good luck for the Divine Feminine. And I keep hearing that song, F you and your mom and your sister and your that song. We have heart and find joy in the journey. So your heart space has been affected and you're not feeling the strength to be able to find joy in that journey, but you're missing out on potential. And just like this acorn, they're asking us to do something afraid and to plant a seed afraid, even though we're not feeling like luck is on our side. Here is the dolphin, which is a symbol like the Three of Cups for me, of celebration, having fun, and really just going off of vibration. I think of the dolphin as using sonar to navigate through the water. And so really listening to the notes of intuition as you take baby steps towards your ultimate emotional goals. You don't have to rush in this next chapter. They just want you to start tackling the insecurity and the old attachments that are still in place, that are holding you back. All right, that is what I have for you, pile 2. If it resonates with you, please drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to hit your notification bell if you do so. I do offer private readings through my Etsy account, and that link is below as well. But I hope that you come back here and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day. Hello, pile number 3. You are drawn to the purple flower or to the death card here, and this is your reading. What does the universe, what does your spirit guides want you to know about your love life right now? Well, first of all, the death energy is not about a physical death. This is about a rebirth for you. So you could be in for a huge rebirth in your love life at this moment. Sometimes the death requires a sacrifice. You know, sometimes we have to close out an old chapter in order to prepare ourselves for a new chapter. So they may want to talk to you about that as well. But this is a good sign that rebirth is upon you when it comes to love. So if you're feeling frustrated, you could be in for a lot of expansion. You were even drawn to the purple flower, and purple for me is a very royal color. It's about moving into a timeline of abundance, into royalty positions. So you may be in for a very positive turn of events in your love life. So let's take a look here. What does the universe want pile 3 to know or understand about their love life in this moment? You have the Seven of Cups. We have the Eight of Wands. A Star of Aquarius. Four of Cups. The Knight of Cups. Back of the deck is the King of Swords, and we have the Three of Cups. I love that because the Three of Cups as a support to the King of Swords is asking you to prepare for celebration, asking you to prepare for movement, maybe going out and having fun too. But let's take a look here and see about the clarifying cards. What does the universe want you to know about your love life? The Three of Pentacles. Maybe you feel like you've been a part of a quote-unquote foundation phase for way too long in this moment. It's like it's causing a lot of frustration. I feel like there's been times where you do feel like you're being ignored by the universe. It's like ignored by love cycles in general. And this is making you feel really, really frustrated. I feel like there's been a lot of examples in your past where you feel like you almost made it to the position that you want to make or that you want to achieve in love. And it's like, it's so close yet so far away. It's like you get so close and then something happens and you get propelled into a new cycle. And there's this feeling about the weight of that, the weight of the past, filling ourselves with this expectation of what to expect in the future. And instead of looking at the future with the infinite possibilities that do await us there, we're filling it with this vulnerability. We're filling it with this helplessness. It's like I don't have any choice but to wait for something to happen to me in my love cycle. You have the Seven of Wands. And you can see she's even looking at the star, and I just got this message that says a watch pot never boils. And so if we're just looking up at the star, but we're not taking action upon our goals in certain respects, if we're not kind of pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone, then it's really hard for us to see new solutions or see new outcomes to our issues here. Because they are talking about a bit of a cycle that we are part of in this moment. This Nine of Swords, the Four of Cups, it's a cycle of I can't, or I'm feeling ignored, or I'm overthinking, I'm worried, I'm anxious, because what I want to see isn't being physically represented to me. And every time that happens, every time you get your hopes up in a relationship and then it doesn't work out, we get thrust farther and farther into that despair, and it adds even more obstacles in our way because we keep placing those obstacles in our way. It feels like you think you're running out of time, or that time is some sort of factor when it comes to love. And Spirit is adamant that nothing is going to waste, and this is a temporary problem. They keep saying that to me. This is a temporary problem for you, because you do have a new cycle opening up, but it is going to require some vulnerability from your part to be able to execute change. You could have a Libra energy that's coming forward for you. You could be an Aquarius yourself. We have the Strength. There's Leo energy coming in. Here is the Emperor. Ooh, and the Ten of Cups. I love that so much. Look at here in the back of this card is the beautiful rainbow of the full spectrum. All of these dark clouds, again, the clouds here, the clouds there, all temporary. All temporary. Everything that you've experienced in love up to this point, the frustration, the delays, temporary. The burdens of the unknown, temporary. In fact, they're saying that every kick's a boost, and they're saying that with this Eight of Wands, you are like a slingshot, that all of these times where you feel like you were being kept back from what you wanted, it was actually just clicking you back even farther to propel you further into this new timeline, into what's being meant for you. This death cycle is meant for you. The energy, the person coming forward for you is meant to cross paths with you. The Emperor energy. We have Taurus here. We have the King of Swords. This is like a really smart person that could be coming and crossing your path in this moment. They could actually be have a leadership role in the work realm, not your work realm necessarily, but in general, they just have a leadership quality, and they're very protective as well. And that's what Spirit's asking you to prepare for, is to move into expansion with an energy that's going to protect you. And the Ten of Cups is so much abundance. This bypasses the Ten of Pentacles, which is security, and that's great, but this is emotional security. No more confusion over wasting your time with others. You're going to have the full spectrum available to you in this new timeline because you were able to power through all of those old, it's like clowns, Spirit's saying they're clowns. So the star does ask for a certain amount of forgiveness and a perspective of forgiveness for the past. That doesn't offer forgiveness necessarily for that person that hurt you or persons, but it's for you to start to propel yourself towards that healing cycle. And that's been a message for all 3 piles today about propelling you towards healing cycles. And this moment now, the determination you show towards your own focus, towards your own objective in the future, is so critical. The force that you show right now, the determination you show towards your own healing and focus, is so important to start to communicate to the universe that you're ready to combat this. It's like you're ready to face the challenge of this apathy, of this fear, of this helplessness, and you're ready to close out that cycle by being vulnerable, by pushing through your fears and doing something afraid, because they're leading you here to the 10 of Cups. And I don't know, and in these cups you can see that there's 2 skulls. The skulls being the reality, the transition, and the grief that you have had to go through to get yourself to this shore and this opportunity to victory. So they say in this present moment, if you're feeling frustrated, if you're feeling upset, if you're feeling confused, and if you feel like you're living, it's like you feel like you're just fantasizing about what you want and not actually achieving what you want, that's coming to a close for you, pile 3. Because they're trying to give you the full spectrum of what's going to be available to you in the future. But they are saying that it's going to require a little bit of vulnerability from you. You could be a Leo. You could definitely be a Leo energy. We have Swan Spirit. It's time for a deep dive. And you know, the Swan, again, Aquarius energy here with the Swan. I think of the Queen of Swords. You could be this beautiful star of Aquarius. And the Swan is often very discerning, maybe has a little bit of a chip on her shoulder because she's very guarded. She keeps herself protective. But Spirit's asking for that deep dive now. The protection factors perhaps kept you safe in some regards to old timelines that didn't work out, but now they're asking you for a deep dive. They're asking you to include yourself in this next chapter. They'll never force this upon you, of course. The tarot reading is meant to give you information, but they are really encouraging it because they feel like there's so much to be gained for you. Like this is nothing to scoff at. This is exactly what everybody wants: emotional security in a relationship. This can encompass family. This can encompass all the types of abundance that you can dream up. But you'll notice here with the 6 of Wands, they're showing their hand of cards, which means they're being vulnerable. They're applying a new force perhaps that they didn't apply in the past. If in the past you kind of kept your feelings to yourself, or you really prioritize other people's experiences in your relationships, that's not going to happen this time. Now you're going to be prioritizing your journey, and you're going to hold firm boundaries with the amount of self-care and self-love that you project outward. We have here freedom. The freedom is yours, the Horse Spirit. You always have a choice. They want you to know that movement's coming, and it's number 33, so it's prepare for expansion, prepare for union. But again, they're not going to force you down that path. It's they want you to understand that you have full autonomy over your experience. We have Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. And it's number 44. And the panther's sitting in the darkness watching the world go by. Perhaps you feel that way in life sometimes when it comes to love, sitting in the darkness watching the world go by. But this Panther Spirit's stepping out of the darkness and reclaiming its position. The world is not happening to the panther. You are happening to the world. I want to pull you one of these Magdalene Oracle decks. Advice, please. What does the universe want you to know about your love life? We have Mother Mary. Emphasis on motherhood. Mary could be a very important name for you. Maybe that is your name. Perhaps that is what makes you feel a little bit vulnerable and makes you a little bit guarded. Maybe there's motherhood in your cycle as well, and what makes you feel like you have to create boundaries, but they are still asking for a deep dive. We also have here the perception, and back of the deck says Saint and Sinner. And as I said, this is from the Magdalene Oracle, so we're going to start with Saint and Sinner for you today. If I can find, I just saw the little children card as well. So again, there could be a message here for mothers or for children. It says the assumptions that you're making about another person could be completely wrong. And the assumptions that you're making about your love cycle perhaps could be completely wrong. It says here that for every theory, there's a contradicting and opposing one. There may be more to this situation than first meets the eye. It says you're being advised to keep an open mind and heart. All is not necessarily the way that it seems. It says often the judgment we make about others are the judgments we make about ourselves. And so in this moment, if you're feeling like you're stuck, if you're feeling like it's going to be difficult for you to move into new transitions, Spirit says that's not necessarily the case. You could also be holding up a certain perspective upon a certain pathway that you're going to be guided to take, or certain connections from the past that could be holding your attention that they're asking you to release. Because they're talking about someone from your past that has a tendency to use others for their own good with the perception card. People in your past that perhaps confused you when you felt like you were on the road to success, when you felt like you were on the road to connection. These people disappointed you, and they have a habit of doing that. That doesn't speak anything about you or about your worthiness or about your value. It speaks everything about their journey in this present moment. So they want you to eliminate yourself from from the conclusion that you caused this confusion or that you weren't valuable enough for them to continue the exploration with you. That was a deficit within them. And they have a tendency to do that to people, to fill a void which is unfillable. And until they turn their gaze towards healing, there's nothing you can do to help them. So Spirit wants you to be focused upon your forward-facing momentum and a new person coming forward, a brand new day, brand new opportunity for growth, and a very protective energy that's coming in, which is almost, it's like the complete opposite of what you've experienced in the past with these old timelines. And so they're encouraging they are encouraging a forgiveness cycle. They've been encouraging that all day, but the forgiveness is for you. It's for you to get yourself towards a more discerning person, a more focused person, a smarter person, someone who wants to protect your connection, and someone who values your experience, your emotional experience overall, and is willing to bring you into victory and into an emotionally secure relationship. You have here sunset. The time here turns to release and unfurl. Old cords of pain fade as the sunlight burns. And that's what the universe does want you to know about the past, is that even these moments where you're like, I was so close to getting what I wanted, I really don't want to let go of some of these attachments. Spirit says it's time to let go. That's what the death is all about. It's all about the sacrifice that we're going to make, because that's driving our thirst. Spirit's showing me the cactus, and they're saying that that's driving thirst, an emotional thirst within you, and we're here to quench it. And so it comes at the sacrifice to sunset that connection so that we can move you into an abundant new timeline. And Anthony's call, it says, in thanks of Spirit, safe and sound, all things that are lost so can be found. And St. Anthony was the patron saint of lost things. And so you may feel like you'll never be able to recapture the emotion that you had on attachments in the past. But the truth is, what they're trying to bring you towards trumps all of that, trumps what you experienced there. And because it's pushing you outside of your comfort zone, you've never experienced the type of abundance that Spirit wants to bring in for you, because it's way better than what you ever experienced in the past. So don't think, it says St. Anthony can help you to reclaim what you think you have lost in the future. Let's get a charm bowl, please, for pile number 3. Advice from the universe about your love life at this time in the bowl. The Two of Wands. Everything is in limbo in the bowl. The Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Cups. Now, the Ace of Pentacles is talking about an opportunity. It could start in the communication realm, and for someone watching, there could be an online aspect here at the Two of Wands, because there's planning, and then we have to execute the plan. There's going to be a lot of mutual attraction with this person coming forward, and that's purposeful because Spirit's trying to light a fire. They're trying to dangle a carrot in front of you of this attraction. So this person's going to be really attracted to you. You're going to be really attracted to them, and they're going to kind of pop up. This attraction, these feelings are going to pop up out of the blue, like unexpectedly. You're not really ready for it. A little bit of stress associated with the opportunity, but it's exciting kind of stress. Like it feels really, there's a lot of potential, and it kind of wakes you up inside. Because I keep hearing that song, actually, wake me up inside, call my name. There's something about the way this person says your name that you really like. We have the H, we have R, and we have O. We also have the two swans. They want you to, the swan, taking a deep dive. You could both be air signs. This person could be a Libra. You could be the Aquarius. Very strong, very smart match, Spirit says. Very smart match. This came out in pile 1. Give a girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. Marilyn Monroe. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget what you have to offer the world. And if somebody didn't recognize that in the past, that is definitely their loss. We have Scorpio energy reversed. We also have the chili pepper for exploration. And we have sweet results that await you and permanent change with the tower falling. Permanent change. That means we're closing the chapter on those old timelines and permanent change coming in for you to rebuild upon. Pile 3, that's what I have for you today. I hope it resonates with you. If it did, drop your comment below for a chance to win a free reading with me. Be sure to check out my links for Etsy for a personal reading if you feel called to, or for Instagram. But I hope that you come and visit me at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope you have a great day.